Swamini Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharni Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarni Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna. So we were looking at this very important topic of Cheto Darpana Marjanam, and in this, hope I'm audible. So Cheto Darpana Marjanam, and this in this connection we were seeing this wonderful set of slokas from the towards the end of third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna explains how the greatest enemy of the living entities is the lust, that is desire to enjoy separate from Krishna, or desire to enjoy the properties of Krishna for ourselves. And this lust it covers the knowledge aspect of the living entity, and this once this knowledge is covered, so then a person cannot progress in the spiritual path. And then this such a thing that it will never get satiation, it will consume, and it will only blaze much more higher, much more stronger. So it's not going to get satisfied at any point in time, right? So now we see that where are these sitting places of the lust? So indriyani mano buddhir adyat ashyadishthana muchyate eter vimohyat yesha jnanam avritya dehinam. So this, it sits on indriya, mana, and buddhi. So these are all the three places the lust actually sits. So the senses want to enjoy, separate from Krishna, and the mind is also absorbed in the thoughts of sense gratification, and the buddhi, it plans, the whole scheme of sense gratification. So now let's see. Krishna is telling some response for how to control this. Tasmat tvam indriyanyadav niyamya bharatarshaba papmanam prajahi hienam jnana vijnana nashanam. So he is telling that, therefore, O Arjuna, the best of Bharatas, in the very beginning curb this great symbol of sin, that is lust, by regulating the senses, and slay this destroyer of knowledge and self-realization. So if we have to win over this lust, so we know the strategic points where the lust is actually sitting. And Krishna is telling, from no, O Arjuna, therefore, from the beginning, curb this great symbol of lust by regulating the senses. So the regulation of senses is so powerful that it can actually, destroy this lust, or great symbol of sin. Why? Because the senses is the place where the lust is actually sitting: senses, mind, and intelligence. So these three things, actually, in fact, these three things have to be regulated. So here in the next shloka, Krishna is also telling, Indriyani paranyahur indriyabhya param manaha manasastu para buddhir yo buddhe paratastu saha. The working senses are superior to dull matter. The mind is higher than the senses. The intelligence is still higher than the mind. And he, the soul, is even higher than the intelligence. So regulation of the senses means there are different ways in which we can actually regulate. So one way is that how much to eat, how much not to eat, how much to do a particular thing, and things like that. So that's also one way of regulation. So that definitely it will control. It is not going to allow us to go in any way and every way we want. So it's definitely going to offer some control. But then the best form of regulation is somehow or other apply our mind on Krishna. No mana Krishna nivasayet. So ena kena prakarena mana Krishna nivasayet. So like Prabhupada was mentioning today morning, I was listening to a class. So in that, Prabhupada was mentioning the secret of his spreading Krishna consciousness. In the beginning, he told that I did not introduce any rules and regulations. I did not tell you have to do this, you have to do that. Somehow or other, I was trying to get people to think of Krishna. So people were interested in music, and I was just chanting Hare Krishna, and I was trying to catch their attention to the holy name. And when people started contemplating on Krishna, they naturally became devotees. And then I introduced all the rules and regulations. It was really amazing. No, the real progress in Krishna consciousness comes from contemplating and meditating on the Supreme Lord. And what's the most, what is better than the sound vibration of the holy name, to meditate on Krishna. So this is a very, very powerful way of meditating on Krishna. So if we have to regulate the senses, then regulation means systematically planning to engage the senses in the service of the Lord. So now the senses, mind, and intelligence, all the three things have to be engaged in service of the Lord. Actually speaking, they are Krishna's property, and ideally they should be engaged in service of the Lord. It is not that we are doing some great favor or we are doing something unnatural or something like that. So no, Nitya Siddha Krishna Bhakti Sadhya Kabunai Shavanadi Suddha Chitta Karaya Uday. So this Krishna Bhakti or Krishna consciousness, or engaging the senses in Krishna's service, engaging the mind in Krishna's service, engaging the intelligence in Krishna's service, it is not something external. It is something very, very internal. It's something very, very intrinsic to our system. And no, we should not think that it is external. And rather, the material consciousness is something that we have acquired over a period of time. Because we have spent so much time with the material consciousness, it appears almost natural. The material consciousness appears almost natural, and Krishna consciousness appears something somewhat foreign. So but then actually Krishna consciousness is natural and material consciousness is foreign. And because of our constant association with material consciousness, so it appears to be natural, but actually it is not. It is no control of three modes of nature. And we can actually see that if it is natural, Prabhupada sometimes gives the example of fish in the water and fish out of water. So if it is natural, then we will not be going through so much of miserable situation, so much of anxieties all the time. No, mind is not, we are not able to focus the mind on one thing. We are not able to, the mind is constantly offering us some kind of anxieties and sufferings and things like that. This body is offering us so much of anxiety and suffering and things like that. So Prabhupada gives a very, very simple example. If if our hand is there, if our finger is there, so it's part of my body. It cooperates with my body. No, it is called healthy. No, if it is not cooperating with my body, so then it is unhealthy. And the sign of unhealthiness is there is pain. No, if there is pain, then that part is not cooperating with me. So then there is pain. So if we are experiencing some pain in the material life, some anxieties or some pain at any level, so it means that somehow or other, no, we are not cooperating with Krishna, and no, that link is missing somewhere. And the moment we cooperate with Krishna, so immediately all the pains, will be mitigated, and no, we will be in bliss. So now, this practice of Krishna consciousness, the engagement of the senses in Krishna service, engagement of the mind in Krishna service, and engagement of the intelligence in Krishna service is very, very important, because this is the places where lust sits. Lust means trying to enjoy separate from Krishna. And by engaging these three entities in Krishna's service, so we are making sure that these three entities are not getting engaged in no material sense gratification, which is against Krishna's service. So if we are engaged in Krishna's service, so then automatically the lust cannot have any place. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Hai Andakar. Yahan Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Radhikar. So wherever Krishna is there, there is no influence of Maya. Right? So in this way, so we have to be convinced that this time that we are sitting down to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, this is the best thing that we can do. All our senses, mind, and intelligence have to be absorbed in the sound vibration, and that's the best thing that we can do. And that's all other thought process, whatever is coming, how much ever promising they are, how much ever nice they are, it's all material nature. And let's not spend time with material nature. Let's spend time with the holy name of the Lord, right? Exclusively, let's try to do Hare Krishna. So we'll chant the Sikshashtakam prayers, and we will try to chant, we'll try to enter into a very, very absorbed session of chanting Hare Krishna. Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bhavamaha Davagni Nirvapanam Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandambudhi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् नाम नामकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रार्पिता नियमित स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमीदृशम् इहा जनिनानुरागः तृणादपि सुनिचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानिना मानदेन कीर्तनेय सदा हरिः नादनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीशकामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवतात् भक्तेरहैतुकी त्वयि अयि नन्दतनुज किङ्करं पतितं मां विषमे भवाम्बुधो कृपया तव पादपङ्कज स्थितधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तया नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदरुद्धया गिरा पुलकैर्निशितं वपुकदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्रावशायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतां तिनष्टु माम् आदर्शनान् मर्महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु स एव नात्परः हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।